Welcome to Slow Magic, where each episode is a love spell, a mystical key unlocking and amplifying your luxurious feminine nature, reminding you to live as art, as the erotic being you are. I'm your host, Adriana Velez, and get ready to turn up the volume on your unique magic and medicine unapologetically. Hello, sisters, and welcome to our luxurious, opulent, cozy temple space that I'm calling Slow Magic with Adriana. This is our first episode, and I am really excited and inspired to share so many threads of the goddess with you. So many threads of magic and mystery, story, poetry, and just really practical shit to make your life as magical and enchanting as you desire it to be. Think of the serpent when I think of slow magic. One of the most ancient symbols of the feminine, of the goddess, of power and of healing, of transformation, rebirth, and alchemy. And take a minute with me, if you will. Slow your breath. Just imagine this beautiful serpent, her belly kissing the earth, moving slow and intentional, and striking only when she needs to. We're going to be talking about the serpent a lot, but essentially I wanted to open with her alchemy. So many different faces of the goddess with the serpent. Isis, Sekhmet, Wadjet, Hecate, Hecate. Just inviting them all in here with us. So why slow magic? That is going to be a bit of the theme that we're going to be talking about today. What do I mean by that? But first, I want to introduce myself so you can tune into who I am more and more. And I'll share stories threaded throughout different times that we have together. But for now, let's cozy up in our temple space and maybe grab a tea or a cacao, or if you're feeling a whiskey, maybe a whiskey, right? And I imagine us as being around this beautiful fire in the temple with this open roof so that we can see the stars together. So my name is Adriana Renee Velez, which essentially means Dark Lady of the Sea Reborn. I love the ocean. I love the darkness. I also love the light, especially the moonlight and the starlight. I love going deep and rich, and I love studying words. So we are going to be reclaiming lost words. We're going to use our voice as creation, as artistry, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. You know, so much of our feminine power is through the expression of our voice, whether it's spoken word, just noise, singing. I'm having my own beautiful journey with singing as well. So I'm going to be encouraging you to use your voice more as a prophetess, as an oracle, as a woman who has some really amazing shit to say. I am an ordained priestess in the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple, the beautiful mountain, Purple Mountain in California. I love that mountain so much. And I am a soul guide for women, helping them reclaim their juicy, fertile, dark, feminine nature and power. I came to the goddess through my moon blood. When I was very young, it was through one of my first bleeds. And a couple years after that, I started studying mysticism, and I became a Reiki master at about 17, 18. So that is woven into all that I do. So if ever you feel this sort of warm, tingling, serpentine session when we're together or when we're talking, it's part of the Reiki and Sekhem that I am actively working with and amplifying in space for us in devotion to the great cosmic mother. Hail to the great cosmic mother. And we open our session, our episode today, which I see as a love spell. In honor of all beings in all worlds, may all beings be free, know they are worthy, have their needs met, and feel loved. And I really see that that is the work of the woman, the priestess, the witch, the healer, the teacher, the lover, the mystic. I really just think it's the mark of being a beautiful human. So we start with that intention. And one of the things that I find very striking and was part of the creation of the name of slow magic is that almost every woman that I have had the great good fortune and honor to mentor has said to me at some point that they have a deep longing to slow down. Feminine has a deep longing to slow down, to realign with her home frequency, to realign with the earth, with our living goddess planet. And it feels challenging to do that in this hyper masculine overculture of productivity. Yeah, it can be really challenging, but I am here to say, I am here to bring the wealth, the prosperity, the magic, the attunement, the harmony that is the slow magic. Whatever your home frequency is, that is where you're actually going to create the most potent, beautiful, exquisite creations. It's not in our 4Fs that we know of, right? The fight, flight, freeze, fawn. It's actually when we are connected to our own oracular nature, to self as prophetess, but we actually need space to do that. We need spaciousness. We need some quietude. We need peace. And so together, you and I, we're going to be cultivating our inner treasures. And I'm just here to say that your slow magic is always welcome. And the strange thing is, the mystical, unexplained thing is that when we slow down, time expands. When you slow down, time expands. We are here to trust life more. We are here to know that life is holding us, that the goddess, God force of love is always taking care of us, that the field of love can hold it all. And guess what? We don't live in a field of scarcity. We live in the Eden of this life, of this planet, that she is always taking care of us. Look at how she produces the most exquisite fruits and flowers and creatures. And one of the little mantras that I like to say to myself when I get all tight and, in this not enoughness, like the lie of not enoughness, is I take a big deep breath. I relax. I let my womb take up all the space that she wants. And I just say, more is always coming. More is always coming. Because guess what? It is. It is. It is. We have gotten this far. I have no idea how old you are. You could be 23, 45, 67, 51. But girl, you made it this far. And you're going to keep going. And you're just going to keep prospering and growing because it's who you are. You are an evolutionary gift, a gift, a gift, a gift. Let us begin with a little word reclamation. Let's talk about the word matrix. We hear this word all the time. We want to get out of the matrix, escape the matrix. They're in the matrix. And it's so interesting because we actually want to be in the matrix. We want to be in this juicy matrix. And let me explain why. So the word matrix, the Latin word, means womb. And it comes from mater, which means mother, Ma, the great Ma. And so the matrix, this womb, is that cosmic, fertile space, that generative field that gives birth to form. So matrix means to live inside the mother. We are always living inside the mother, the seed of creation. It's the womb of the world, of the universe, intelligence, of mater. And so when we think about all things are born from the womb, from the feminine, I mean, our power is unimaginable. It's exquisite. It's humbling. And so in this moment, I reclaim the word matrix in honor of the great cosmic mother. Think of this beautiful sacred geometry. I think of the stars and blood and space and animals and the flora and fauna, the smiles and poetry and tears. It's like everything is born from this matrix, from this exquisite goddess matrix. So let's choose to re-enter the matrix together, sister. This feels really exciting to me that we get to choose to unplug from this strange realm of domination that the patriarchy has spun, this illusion, and we get to reclaim our goddess power. And I want to say this. Yes, we are going to talk about the patriarchy now and again because we are actively unraveling from it as we burn in the fire of awareness of a goddess. She has always been here. She will always be here. As creatrixes, as creator beings, we know that wherever our attention goes, energy flows. So we are going to put our attention on the matriarchy, which also includes men. We're going to do a whole episode on the matriarchy and what it means. But the feminine is much too wise, magical, clever, ingenious, mystical, primordial to have ever been gone. She may be waiting in silence at some moments or a bit quieter, but she's always here. And we're here to reclaim that within our own beautiful animal bodies, to embody her and to see her also in our external world, to edify her, to venerate her, to propitiate her, to sing songs of praise. This is what we're up to. So matrix, let's reclaim that word together and dance in the womb of creation. So now we're finally going to move on to our 3 spells for slow magic in our episode today. And I just have to name, I am not a terribly linear person. Sometimes I am, but I often speak in spirals, and I notice that a lot of women, we speak in spiral, we speak in story. and we pull different threads that become alive. So it's funny, right? Because I'm supposed to have this kind of linear way of hosting a podcast. And yes, I am going to have to keep myself on track on topic, but we're going to have some road trips, some like side road trips. Okay. We're going to take some roads that weren't expected. So let's just have fun. Let's just have fun. But we're going to go into our 3 spells for slow magic. Now, spell number one is the unclench. It's the unclench. It's, girl, relax that yoni, relax that pussy, relax that pelvic floor, that root, that booty, because guess what? All of your delicious life force, all your arrows, your erotic energy is going to flow like a wild and free running river once you unclench. We clench because there's so much fear. We clench because there's scarcity. We clench because we've been taught to clench, right? Kegels for the male's pleasure. No, we are here to unleash our full erotic power, our pleasure, our joy, our Shakti. But we first have to know what's going on in our pelvic floor. So take a minute with me right now. You can do this anywhere, anytime with your eyes open, your eyes closed, and just take a breath. Just slow your breath, juicy inhale, long exhale, and soften, melt your beautiful pelvic floor. How do you feel different? Take a minute to say hello to the Shakti inside of you. Let your womb take up all the space that she wants to and needs to. And our animal body is going to respond more when we slow down. We can be alert, aware, in a fire frequency and inspired, but still supple, releasing rigidity. So this is something that you can check on throughout the day. How is your pelvic floor? I had an amazing lover once, and he called it my soul chamber. So we're going to call it your soul chamber. Check on your soul chamber, relax, and melt. Step number 1, slow magic is unclench and welcome your Shakti. Spell number 2 is earth attunement. Earth attunement. Connecting and loving the earth. So we all already know about this. It's essentially grounding. I don't mean grounding by close your eyes and do some type of psychic grounding, which is amazing, and we'll go into that too. I actually mean take your shoes and socks off and walk on the skin of the planet. Touch the flowers, touch the trees, admire them. Tune into the frequency of this living goddess planet, Sophia Gaia Sophia. I have a friend, that's her name. I think it's so beautiful. So we want to ask and intend to sync up our nervous system with her heartbeat. We want to develop a relationship, a symbiotic relationship with the land that we live on. Where do you live? Wherever you live, it's perfect. Start to develop a relationship with that little square of earth, that little sweet spot that you call home, that is taking care of you. Attune to her. So the Schumann resonance is the Earth's electromagnetic field. It's called the Schumann resonance. I'm sure you've heard of it. And it vibrates at 7.83 hertz. So that's the planet's heartbeat. And we want to get to know her and have her realign our beautiful nervous system, right? All of those roots within our body. So ask for that alignment. And the only way we can do that is actually slowing down. So I call it slow and low. Let's get slow and low. I think of the Shoku-rei in the Reiki system. It's this spiral. So it's like we're spiraling lower into our body, relaxing and unclenching, and going low into the earth. It feels really, really, really good. Other thing that I love doing to get my earth attunement, this is more like earth cosmic sky attunement, is I like to lay down on the grass and look at the sky. I like to watch the clouds and bring my child heart forward and see what I can see in the clouds while having my hands and feet on the earth. And so we're connecting to the cosmic, we're connecting to the earth, and it just feels so good. So when you do that, if you gift yourself with the luxury of this cloud sky gazing, don't bring your phone out with you. Put your phone inside. Go outside. Be like a little child again, even if it's for 5 minutes. Sometimes I just do it between clients if I have a couple minutes. It feels so good. And spell number 3 of Slow Magic is the sacred pause. The sacred pause. We already know about the sacred pause. I just have to say, also, sacred pause could also mean going and kissing your cat's paws. Going and kissing your cat's paws. The sacred pause really means slowing down before you commit yourself to another thing, slowing down before you say another yes or another no, before you speak, pause before you reach for your phone to scroll. Is this really what I want to do? Is this the best use of my creative energy? Sometimes it's a yes, and that's cool, but just check in with yourself. It's the being present. It's the being present that really kicks in the magic of your life. So the pause is where your power lives. It's where your power lives, and it's how we return to the pulse of the natural world. So those are our 3 spells for Slow Magic to open our sweet little power temple space together. I really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly love being with you in this way. And we're going to close with a little animal fact. I think I'm going to do this in every episode where we return to the natural world and we bring some animal wisdom, some plant wisdom forward to really love them up and to also be in communion with our other than human sisters and brothers. I believe that we are part animal, part human, and part angel. We're going to call upon the element of the fire today, the fire and the salamander. And in some of the older myths, it is said that salamanders were born from fire itself, surviving these wild flames that consumed everything, but yet somehow they survived. And I love that myth. I'm holding to that being a truth, that there are many truths. But also, they wait in damp wood until the fire drives them into view. So how incredible is that they just know to wait in damp wood? I see the salamander as messengers of obviously the flame and transformation, right? That renewal can hide in the ashes. We're also going to call on the spirit of the air. We're going to call upon the spirit of the vulture. I love the vulture, one of the animals related to Isis. And this alchemical, devouring, transformational energy. And the vultures can soar for hours without flapping their wings. They're riding on those invisible thermals of heat. So the vulture is showing us that mastery isn't actually always in our effort, but it's in attunement. It's in finding the right current in our own true frequency. And that current will carry you. A transmission. I feel like the vulture is that transmission of the law of least effort. Deepak Chopra talks about that in one of his books, the law of least effort. So praise the vulture, the salamander. Thank you to all of the beings who are here with us now, the benevolent ones, loving us up, clearing our path. And let's take a minute when we close this moment. You can put a hand on your heart, on your womb. You can just put a little smile on your face and say, thank you so much. Thank you to yourself. Thank you for existing. Thank you for your own strange magic. Thank you for orbiting with me here. But just thank you for being. We do not take enough time thanking ourselves and venerating ourselves. So we're going to be doing that a lot. And as always, let's just bow to the Great Mother, to the Matrix, and walk without word in a new way. Such an honor to be with you in this way. And sending love directly to your heart and your life. Thank you for continuing to orbit with me here. It would mean the world to me to receive a glittering 5-star review from you and to have you share slow magic with your coven, with your beloveds, of being a part of expanding goddess consciousness. May your path be open as you walk forward into your day in a joyful way. So much love and magic to you, my dear.